Yo, what's good, family? What's good, man? We back with another vid, man. We back with another. So, look, y'all. I don't know if y'all seen the movie Smile 2 or not, but bro, I ain't gonna lie to y'all boys, bro. I need some explaining to do. I need some explaining, bro, because if they make Smile 3, bro, I'm not watching it. I'm just gonna watch out. I'm just gonna get spoiled or something, bro. Hit me with a spoiler or something, bro. I'm not watching Smile 2. I mean Smile 3, because, bro, when I watch Smile 2, it pisses me off, like, and now it was, no, don't get me wrong, now the movie in total was a great movie, right? I think the movie was decent, you know. Well, I ain't gonna say the movie was great. I said a great movie. I didn't mean to say that. I said it was decent, but it was the same movie. Like, if y'all looked at the movie, it was the same movie from the first one. You seen Smile 1, you seen Smile 2, basically, my nigga. The only thing different is that she was a therapist and she was a pop star. Now, Smile 2 was a little bit more interesting because she had to kind of deal with it a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, she kind of had to deal with it a little bit more. And I wasn't rocking with that, bro, because it's like, out of everybody could have haunted. I mean, I get it that it went through, you know what I'm saying? It went through that, it's just how it felt because she got in a crash. She hit the dude. But at the same time, it's like, bro, it was just stupid because why would they do it to a pop star? You know what I mean? Like, she's around people 24/7. So it was more interesting. I can't say that. But other than that, bro, like, I honestly, bro, I didn't really get it, and I didn't really like the ending because it's like so you can't kill this shit, bro. Like, you just can't kill this shit. Like, Jane took over mentally, and it's like she couldn't even fight it off. Like, and that's what pissed me off, because like in the first movie it took over mentally and she couldn't fight off. So the second one, I'm like, well, she at least find a way to at least make it weaker. She didn't even do that, bro. Like, I was low-key mad, bro. But we can do some more talking. We reacting to a explain video today about Smile 2. I guess he gonna go more deeper into it because I gotta know what's up, bro. Because from what I seen, it was like, bro, oh my god, bro. I was looking kind of pissed. I ain't cap. But I ain't gonna talk your heads off. Let's get into the video.
And hit that thumbs up if we put a smile on that face. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe because you'd be chagrined to miss out on the breakdowns. Best I had there, and with that out of the way, let's get into Smile 2. Okay, so Smile 2 follows fictional pop star Sky Riley. The creative team have done a great job of building up the character, and they even created an EP for her called the Sky Riley EP. This features songs titled Grieve For You, New Brain, Just My Name, Blood on White Satin, and also
Hey, that's the same lady from Aladdin too. That's the exact same lady from Aladdin. I ain't noticed it until she had popped on the screen before the movie came on. And I was like, oh, that's like the same girl from Aladdin. And I knew she could sing real good. So that's why I was like, alright.
Death of Me, which we'll discuss as we get into the breakdown. Now, the movie follows the same rules established in the first film, and the short it was based on, Laura Hasn't Slept. Released in 2020, that saw Laura Weaver telling her therapist about a recurring nightmare in which she was stalked by a demonic presence. Constantly smiling, this made her become an insomniac, and she developed a fear of going to sleep, hence the title. The short was widely praised and then developed into the first feature-length film, with the actress and character Laura being a victim at the start of the movie. Knowing that, we followed Rose Cutter and learned about some elements of the entity. Wait, is that
Like, bro, I was trying to tell y'all, bro, if y'all seen Smile 1, but y'all seen Smile 2, it was basically the same movie like he was saying.
A-Train. And some of my favourite horror films are The Ring and It Follows. These involve curses attaching themselves to someone, and throughout the movie we watch as the characters try and break themselves free from it. In The Ring it was Sadako or Samara, with It Follows being an ST demon. Smile has one that fills you with hallucinations and visions that preyed upon your darkest inner trauma. After tormenting its prey, they'd eventually end their life, and the person they did it in front of would then take on the curse. The only escape was to kill or be killed, and if you murdered someone you could rid yourself of it. Ryan and bloody Harry, better hope I don't get it, the son of a bitch. In the end, Rose chose not to do that though, and she tried to confront the demon at her childhood home. This is where she succumbed to the creature and burned herself alive in front of her ex-boyfriend Joel. We end with Joel receiving the curse, and thus that kinda lays the groundwork for where we are here. The movie picks up 6 days after the events of Smile 1 with an incredible one-take action scene featuring the character. Seeing a vision of Rose burning, it's clear it's closing in on him and thus he tries to pass it on to a criminal. This is through killing his brother, and it's clear these are some really bad dudes, but things go awry with both the pair dying. To make matters worse, their colleagues arrive, and when trying to escape, Joel gets killed by a passing vehicle. Now at this scene was a dealer named Lewis who becomes integral later on. Meeting Sky Riley, we see she's about to embark on a world tour, and this is gonna ruin the tour, mate. What tour? The world tour. It's basically that the movie. Now there's lots of pressure on her with her pushy mother and boss Darius constantly wanting her to perform. As we learn through the movie, Sky was in a car crash just...
Her mama, bro, her mama is pissing me off. Like, it's like she didn't care about nothing but just Sky. She didn't care about nothing but just Sky just got in gonna perform it and getting money. Like, that really made me mad, bro. Like, I just don't understand, bro. That just really made me mad, bro.
a year prior. Killing her boyfriend Paul Hudson, this is going to be her second and last chance to keep her stardom. After being cancelled like Ellen, she's come back with the same haircut and wants to restart her career. As we discover though, Sky and Paul were arguing in the car with her, swerving them off the road. Dogged by substance abuse, it clearly went overboard, and after he called her psycho, it then pushed her over. Now, if the actor playing Paul looks familiar, it's because this is actually Jack Nicholson's son. Don't know if that's like Jack Nicholson's son, but yeah, they utilize him really well. This even comes down to his creepy smile, which the guy inherited from his dad. Anyway, in the aftermath of this, Sky's been left with a big scar and she also self-medicates. Sometimes the pain gets too much though, and she's unable to perform her routines. After losing her drug, she goes to her old dealer Lewis, which brings things full circle from that opening. Smashing his head like the like button, the curse then passes on to Sky.
Bro, that thing was crazy when he was smashing his head, bro. That thing was sick, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Throughout the movie, we learn a bit
about... That nigga whole jaw, like... I don't know if y'all gonna see it or not, bro. So I don't want to just spoil, but just know that, bro.
The creature and how it feeds on the things inside your head. With Rose, we learn she discovered her mother dead when she was a child, and thus the entity stemmed out from this. It constantly pulled up memories from her past and tried to destroy the relationships with her sister. This was also mirrored in Laura at the start, who talked about how when she was younger, her grandfather died in front of her. So it preys upon things inside of you and very much works as a mental health metaphor. That's something that happens in this movie too, with it being a manifestation of a lot of different things. I definitely got the feeling of guilt, and there's the constant themes of things tied to cause popping up in visions that play upon the darkness within. I think in general though, that smiles have been chosen for a specific reason, and they play into the movie's mental health themes. Smiles are supposed to represent happiness, but here they've been twisted into something else. Now, I know from my own experience with depression, and even from those around me who've had it, it's not something that you necessarily want to talk about. You want to seem okay to the rest of the world, so you put on a smile to hide on what's going on beneath. Smiles are what we use to try and seem happy, which could be what the monster represents. This was perfectly exemplified to me in the first film at the 43-minute mark. We had Rose putting on makeup in the mirror and practicing her smile all the while she was slowly being driven insane. Smiles are supposed to be something that comforts us, whereas in this film it has the opposite effect. Beyond that though, I think when we look at the two characters in each film, they highlight the deeper meaning. In the first film, Rose was a psychiatrist who went into this role to try and make right on what had happened to her mother. Her mother suffered from severe mental health issues, and those around her worried she might have inherited them. This trauma being passed on could metaphorically be seen like a curse, which itself is passed on to others. There was also the character Colin that with extreme mental health issues, who basically fit all of the signs of the curse without actually having the curse itself. He was paranoid, thought someone was after him, and I think that kind of highlighted what the movie was about. Now, it was with this that I really thought the themes of these movies were to view them both metaphorically and literally. With Sky, we see this come in full effect and also have the addition that she's a performer. Not to be like, I'm a worldwide superstar, worldwide famous Kevin spoilers, but there have been times where I've basically had to put it on. In 2019, I was doing a YouTube premiere and got a text halfway through about a death in the family. I just kept going through with it because, you know, you kind of have to keep the act up, but yeah, it was tough at the time. With Sky though, it's like a whole other level where she has a gigantic following. Because of this, she has to keep up appearances, which is something she struggles to do. There's a whole bit where Huey's mother from The Boys tells Sky to get it together, and it's all about presentation. Sky should really be dealing with this on her own terms, but she's having to deal with the fact that there's so many people relying on her. There's also people waiting as well, and it's sort of the case of how she doesn't want to let people down. It's kind of a movie about how there's no breaks in show business or even any public facing roles in general. Simone Biles recently talked about her own mental health issues, and there was a bit of backlash because of the position she's in. I also think with celebrities that you have this feeling that they're not really people, and thus people are less humane towards them. We often see these hate campaigns online and people even just saying things about people that clearly show they don't view them as a person. Rather, they're more like an entity, which in many ways could also reflect the curse. It's this detachment that both women in the films had to deal with.
He going deep into it too, boy. I tell you. He talking about gotta go real life. I mean, I get it though. I get what they trying to. I get the message they trying to put out though. But that nigga went deep, didn't he? Wait.
And it thematically builds off the first really well. In both, the characters' cries for help are ignored and Sky's slowly sent further over the edge. Like I know being haunted by images of your dead boyfriend's bad, but them skid mark pants she sees from a stalker, mate, you went too far, scary demon. Now, after several public outbursts, one in which she pushes an old woman over, which I'm sorry I was laughing at, she ends up being contacted by Morris. The dislike's right there. Morris's brother was further down the chain, and since his death he's been strategizing what to do. Realizing that the demon's a parasite that passes from person to person, he wants to clinically kill Sky and then bring her back to life. This will mean the demon has no one to latch onto, and in Sky's death, the curse will then end.
So I wonder, was that dude who was trying to help him, was he the demon the whole time, though? See, that's what confused me, because, like, I thought they was going to beat this shit. Like, that's what made me so mad, because I just thought they was going to beat it, bro. It's like, oh, my God, bro. Like, jeez. Hey, what can beat this game?
Going home, Sky's attacked by a swarm of smiles before she can even pack her 50 bottles of Voss water. This movie is sponsored by Voss Water. Waking up in a wellness center, the
man, the way she was drinking that water had me weakens on what, though? That had me weakens on what?
Her mother, which forces her to do a mad dash to Morris. Taken there by Gemma, it's during this the creature reveals that Gemma isn't real. Though it seems like she's been helping her friend deal with her problems, Sky gets a call from the real one. Or so we think. I have been going back and forth on this one because we have a scene with Gemma earlier in the movie. During this, she interacts with Sky's mother while Sky's off screen. This is something I don't think would have happened if she'd been fake the whole time. So here's how I took it. All that stuff with the wellness center up to when her mother was killed was real, and then from that point onwards, it all went fake. This includes Gemma going with her and also the phone call. I believe, and it's a theory, that Gemma had got back in touch with her, but the creature just wanted...
But you know, I don't get... Because in the first one, it was like, another way you can pass it off if you kill somebody. But even when she killed somebody, it still didn't leave her, though. And it still took over. So that didn't make sense. That didn't make sense to me either.
To mess with her mind more. I do love how the movie keeps you guessing though, and it's very much putting us in the same position as Sky. Either way, she makes it to Morris where she's put in a Pizza Hut freezer and made to wait while he goes off to get something. As he leaves, he puts a slab there to block the door from closing, as we learn that if it does, it can't be opened from the inside. I don't know if this was a misdirect or simply something from an earlier version of the script, but it doesn't really come up again. I was thinking Sky might lock herself in there, and it'll be interesting to see if this was originally how she was going to kill her for good after injecting herself with the needle.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I thought was going to happen. I'm thinking she's going to inject herself with the needle, the thing going to break out. And got dang on, because when she had bit the fingers, I'm like, okay, yeah, she about to beat it. But it's just like, bro, like nothing, none of that worked at all.
Anyway, she's confronted by the former version of herself, which represents the selfish life she used to lead. Injecting herself in the neck with a heart stopper, it's at this point it's revealed it's all a fake out. Sky is actually about to appear on stage to open up her brand new tour. Her mother's okay, Ryan Airy's okay, and everything seems fine. A vision of herself then appears, ripping open the scar which represents the wound not truly being closed. This is something they talked about in the first film with trauma never truly leaving you. As the creature crawls out, Sky shoves the microphone into her face at full force in front of all her fans, which is better than the Nickelback concert I went to be fair. Now though, the next thing that's going to happen isn't fully explained to us. I think it's clear what the story wants to leave us thinking due to the way that things are shot. We don't actually see Sky do it, and instead have the frame pointed solely at the crowd watching her. This to me makes it clear the parasite's now infected all these people.
Yeah,
It's
right.
going to be at an almost epidemic scale and mean the entity's now attached itself to thousands of people. This will then spread and multiply out like a virus. Whether that's going to lead to a film commenting on the growing scale of mental health issues, I can't say yet, but I think that it purposely kills Sky at this moment for that exact reason. In the build up to the film's release, I was thinking that doing something like this was the best way they could go with it. It's something the Ring movies built up to as well, with the tape getting further spread and then shown to a larger audience. Being attached to a pop star like this gives it far more of a pool of victims due to her following. So in the end, we see as the entity attaches itself to thousands of people who've just lived through watching their favorite pop star die. It's really messed up, and I can't wait to see what they do with the next film in terms of how this scale grows and grows. What the audience also gives us is a wealth of character archetypes. Loads of other people from different walks of life go to these concerts, so we could have other pop stars, celebrities, and even politicians among them. The sky's the limit, and it's going to be a great way to set up a sequel. Now, if you'd like to...
Right. Now, then I'm off this video. But look though. Look. Got that going. Shoot. I see why he did it too, so then when they make the next one or whatever. Oh, I'm turning it down just a little bit. Alright. So when they make the next one and stuff like that, it's gonna be like everybody, like he said, everybody gonna really be affected by it and put it on a larger scale. So now they're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, revival. Everybody gonna have a little smile with them, this and that and the third. And I feel like it's gonna be that one person, like it always is. It's gonna be that one person who gonna take over and gonna kill it. It's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. So now, but that's it for the video, man. Make sure y'all, if y'all stayed this far into the video, make sure y'all comment smile under the comments, and that's gonna be that. But that's it for the video, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. On to the next one.